Hey guys, welcome back to the Gibson Garage, and thanks for watching. Today, as the title said, we're going to be looking at this new toolbox I got. I'm going to show you guys what it takes to put it together and all the cool features. If any of you guys are out there looking for a new toolbox and you're wanting, some choices or some information on, well, at least this particular one, then this video is for you. Now, here is what I ordered. It is a big giant 2-box Milwaukee, let's see, 46 inches high. It's an 8 drawer. Hey, this one's been turned into a stronghold, but these are the 2 boxes, 2 big parts. Knock it off. I don't want to get shot. The thing hurts. Uh-oh, I gotta get out of here. But that's the box. I started getting ahead of you guys, and then I thought, oh, man, this would be a good video to make. I wish I could have watched a review on it, honestly, before I went and got it. So I'm gonna make one. This is the bad boy. It is giant. I am 6 feet tall, or 6'2". And that's where it is. And it opens up. Obviously, it's got some pegboard in the back. It's got the nice shocks, and it's got the soft opening. Gosh. So it doesn't just slam open. And then it comes with all the pads for the drawers, 2 sets of keys for everything. And my favorite feature is the soft close. And so you push the drawer closed, you can't slam them, and they automatically retract the rest of the way. That is just too cool. Every drawer does that. And here's a box of the goodies here. Now, I was a little tripped out. That box was in the bottom here. Like I said, I started getting ahead of you guys. So they had that box in the bottom, and I went through everything real quick, and I didn't see any other boxes at all. So I unwrapped it and started checking out the things inside, and realized after going through the directions, I was like, guys, there is some stuff missing here. This isn't it. This can't be it. So I was like getting upset, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna have to go down there where I got it from, and I'm gonna have to talk to those guys. I'm like, where's my stuff? You gave me some store or some what do they call that? Display unit. It's all dented up. But then, where is it? See, I'm already lost. Okay, down here. No, right, no, right, no. Okay, that's not funny. Where is it? See, this is exactly what happened the first time. There it is. Okay, that hole. Look at that. I didn't notice. It's all so black that I didn't notice that this wasn't, a drawer. Or at least not yet, anyways. So you pull it all the way out. And then it lifts up. And there's another box inside. That's too funny. I'm glad he's getting tortured. But, so we've got this other box that I just found that we will get to open up together. And, ooh. And so let's get it put together. Let's see what it looks like when it's finished. And just a heads up, okay, these things are super heavy. If you plan on going to get one of these, you better be a strong guy, and your buddy better be a strong guy, because those are insanely heavy. Let me go see if it says what the weight is on the box. Okay, so one is $275. The top box is $275. The bottom box is $379. And man, you better be a strong guy. Me and my son there, my 15-year-old, we had to like roll it out of the back of the Suburban. We couldn't lift the bottom piece. We had to slide it to the end of the tailgate and then just like let it roll onto the ground and then stand it up and roll it onto its wheels. And I think it came, like usually it would have come strapped to this, and then there was another pallet for the top piece. So they come completely separate on their own big planks of wood. And it already had the casters attached to it. I don't know if the guys there did that at Home Depot. Fine, I'll say it. I got it at Home Depot. I don't know. Hopefully I don't get in trouble. I don't know. The wheels are already attached to it. But they had to take the wooden part off just to fit it in the Suburban. And she had to take 2 trips. Obviously, because this thing is ginormous. Like I said, the dimensions were on the box. So use those measurements, you know, and get an idea. If you got a pickup truck, it's probably not a huge problem if you got a big pickup truck. Probably plenty of room to put them both in there. But let's get started. Okay, so we're gonna have to try to work through the kids' Nerf gun war. But first off, in the first box, and upon initial opening, you have 2 sets of keys for everything. You got these 2 locks here, these main locks that lock everything, and those have the black handles. And then you got this separately locked box that takes the chrome key, which apparently is locked. Okay, you like put your cell phone, your keys, your rings, jewelry, you know, and then you can lock just that drawer and still get to everything else. So yeah, 2 sets of instructions because there were 2 boxes, so that's how that happened. But in the first box I found, these were hanging out separate somewhere because they're obviously too long to fit in the box. But I think these are like corner protectors. Okay, so we got those, and we got what they were calling bumpers. Okay, and this was a dead giveaway to me when I looked in the instructions. I know, right? You looked at the what? But it said there were supposed to be 8 front bumpers and 2 rear bumpers, and I was like, well, I don't have 10 and nothing. So I was like, there's parts missing, and I started freaking out. And then I found the magic drawer, which was hard to find the second time. I didn't even plan that. But then you got some brackets here, which I think are for the tray that hangs out on the side. You got corner brackets, which are going to be used in the back corners that attach the 2 cabinets together. And then a bunch of screws. I think these screws go to this. This is probably my favorite piece. Check this out, man. Look at that. I don't know where the lens is. Let's try that. But that's a bottle cap opener. That's going to attach to the side somewhere, probably. So that's probably going to be the first thing we fill out or install. Then you got the tray, which again I believe is going to hook on to these hooks here, somewhere on the side of the cabinet. And then last is the handle. And that's going to go on the bottom box over here. Ooh, look at that all. They put the grip wheel on the lathe. That's pretty nice. It's not just smooth metal, actually. Of all the things you didn't know you'd like, that's pretty nice to have that etched in there like that. But there's the first box. And where's that magical second box? Oh, I already pulled it out. Okay. Second box. Let me get my knife. Okay.
I am sorry for the fence on accident.
Oh no. Well, go ask AJ to get it, please. Don't you go out there. Thank you. All right. First, good. More bumpers. So now we got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 bumpers. Hopefully there's more of these guys too, because that was another thing that was freaking me out. I was like, there's not enough of these for anything. And there are. Here they are. In the box, there's a shorter one. Oh, okay. A short one. Another short one. And that's probably it. I think those are only meant for the 2 front corners from what I found out from the directions. There is a paper towel holder. Because again, after I found one part missing, I went through that parts list and was like, I don't have that. I don't have that. I don't have that. So yeah, I know that's the paper towel holder. It's gotta be. That's pretty cool, I mean, right? Because I've been wanting to put one up somewhere. And now it's so awesome. This big hooks for hanging something on. I don't know yet. A couple of brackets with some sliding. Maybe that's for the paper towel holder. These might be for the paper towel holder. That bar to slide in and out. And we got some piece of something here. We'll get back to that. And more of those same corner brackets. These might be doubled. I don't know, maybe not. Might have extra pieces, but we'll see. And that's it. That's all I got. So, what's this thing? Oh, there's 2 pieces in here. Oh, okay, there's screws in there. Careful. Okay, here's the other bolt I didn't even see fall out. So careful with that. Usually everything else had their bolts zip locked separately. Let me make sure there's nothing else in here. I think so. Okay. So that goes over there with those. That goes in the pocket. These are bumper screws. Bottle cap, more bumpers. More screws.
Oh, he's right there. Oh my God, come on. Yeah, oh my, come on.
All right, now I think it's time for the time lapse where I just start putting all this stuff on. If that's all right with you guys. A few other features I forgot to show you here. You've got the USB ports and the electrical outlets on the inside of the chest and on the outside of the rolling cabinet. Let me get this out of the way. And then, okay, why is that still locked? The cord is there for the top chest, and the bottom one is hidden back there in that drawer. But they both come out of the back of the chest through these grommets. You just pull on one of them, I imagine. Same with the bottom. then we can plug them into the wall. I would say I'd just take this one and plug it into the bottom one and then plug that one into the wall somewhere so you're not taking up 2 outlets. And then you got the locking wheels. And it rolls super easy. And there was a third thing. What is the third thing? Oh yeah. This drawer's got some organizers in it. Now it's one piece in here. It's loose on that end, but well, I guess it'll come out. Okay, yeah, that'll come out. That just slides out of those grooves. And let's just go over this parts list real quick. So you take a shot of that real quick if you want. And they can tell you what all the things are, like those 1 pieces over there. Those are like tool holders for air tools, I think. Heavy duty hooks. What else? Yeah. There's the hooks for the paper towel holder. But yeah, you guys can pause the video here and look at that for a second. But I think it's time to get on with this time lapse finally. I'm itching to put it together, and then I'll have to find a place over in the corner somewhere to put it. So I'm already pretty annoyed. The directions aren't very thorough, and yeah, well, it was starting, I couldn't figure out where anything was going to go. The directions were kind of, not very comprehensive. That might have been my fault, because after I had to tear everything out of the bags, tore out all the hardware and laid them out just like the parts list in the book to just verify I had everything. And in my case, actually, I was missing the B's and C's, and realized in the directions those are for the casters, and they already came assembled. So after figuring that out, making sure I had all my items, okay, I have everything, that's cool, but then where to place them was still kind of vague or whatever, and that's normally not a big deal. I would just start bolting stuff together. Some of the stuff's obvious, like the bumpers and the handle, but even that has multiple locations. The problem is, why I say it's probably my fault, is because I went into this thinking that everything was going to have one specific place to go. I was hoping for like Lego type instructions, one way and that's it, but that's just not true. There's multiple locations for all of these options. The towel holder, the just utility hooks, just for hanging whatever on. You got the air tool hanger. These 3 items are over here because they all have the same bolt pattern, as far as width. This here is the same width as that, and the same bolt pattern, up and down here and up and down there. These can all be mounted in any one of 4 locations on the top chest. So, for example, let's use this because I got one hand. This is how this would hang, like this, right there in those bolt holes. So you got 3 choices here, or you got 3 more choices below the handle down here, 1, 2, and 3. And that goes the same with, there's the same spots that you would put those paper towel holder or the utility hook. So, you know, I think the paper towel holder is going to go up top on one side or the other. The utility hooks will go lower, probably on the other side, so I'm not blocking, you know, my power strip with whatever I'm hanging off of the hooks. Which means the air tool thing can either go up top here or on bottom here. So that, once I figured that out, I was like, okay, I get that now. And then the tray, there's another problem with these brackets. I wasn't clear which brackets were for what. And then also the screws too. Like, it would have been simpler if the hardware was just packaged separately and labeled, you know, A and B and C or whatever. And why are they doing double letters? I don't understand. But anyway, so like for these brackets, for example, these were packaged separately. And I think that's because too, these can be sold separately. You can get just the chest or just the rolling cabinet. And that's a key detail too you have to pay attention to. When it says attach it to the side of the rolling cabinet or attach it to the side of the chest, that's what they mean, either or. So it took me a second to pick up on that. But the same goes for this guy. Oh no, where was I? No, yeah, the hooks. So these were bagged separately, obviously, because if you only have just the top chest, you're only going to need one set for the power cord. Here's a power cord, so you'll hook those up, one facing down and one facing up. Same down there. There's 4 holes pre-drilled in there. So, but in this set had its own baggie and it had 4 screws, which made sense. But in this baggie with these brackets, there was 8 screws. And you're like, what? Well, what the hell, you know? And then this thing had only 2 screws that came with it, or that actually fell out with it. And you're like, okay, I'm missing 2, and or are they in this bag? Because let's see, one of these other brackets, this bracket bag had like not only the 8 screws needed for these brackets, but it had shoulder bolts and it had these washers and the nuts. And you don't know, you know, should you take from that pile to use over there? Because are you taking parts of, you know, hardware away you're going to need for something else? So that's why I ended up doing and laying it all out like in the book, so I could make sure that I have all the parts they say I'm supposed to have, the amount of them I'm supposed to have. And so when it says, for example, on the handle, yeah, like what I think, no, that's the corner. Here's the handle one. When it says use 4 of the double A's, I know that, okay, if I've got 10 of them over here, then I must have enough for everything else. So I can comfortably take 4 from there and put my handle together. And maybe another thing here is that you don't have pictures for every part. Like in this picture, it's telling and explaining to you how to put together the brackets on the back. And just by happenstance or whatever, you can see where the electrical cord hook goes, where this guy goes, or at least where one of them is sitting. Other than that, it just says, you know, attach it to the back using these screws or whatever. And you're like, okay, so you go to the back and, you know, okay, well, in this case, it's not a big deal, right? But then when it says, first it was telling me to attach, you know, the handle over here to the side. I come over here and there's 20 sets of holes. I'm like, well, where to the side? I don't know. I don't know where to attach it. And that's why it was easier for me if I laid it all out and made sure I had everything I was supposed to have. And then now I realize too that it's customizable. The handle doesn't have to go over there, or the paper towel holder doesn't have to go over here. You can put it wherever you need to put it to fit your shop. So I think now, for real this time, I can move on with the time lapse and start slapping this stuff together. So a little something to note here is that these washers they sent me, at least, are a little too large. The nut actually started going in on one side and it started caving it. So I had some extra, or I have this bag of M6 washers here, some stainless ones that'll work just right I mean, they're M6 bolts, you should have M6 washers. I don't know if that was just a mistake on their part or what, but right to the magnet. But it's a problem I can fix, so it's not a huge deal. Other than that, it seems to work just fine. Okay, that's better. Oh, that's much better. Something else I wanted to point out. These holes right here are to hang your chargers. I'm pretty sure it doesn't fit everything, because I know from experience my Milwaukee charger has a different ball hole spacing than my Ryobi. My Ryobi is a little bit larger, so they won't fit everything, but I'm sure they probably fit the Milwaukee chargers. In which case you wouldn't want to put the drawer here. Maybe you could put it lower. There is a much lower spot. You could put it on the lower shelf. But since I've already got my charging area built over there in the corner, I'm going to put this just a little higher so I don't have to bend over as far to get to whatever I'm stacking here. And I do still have access to the cords here if I ever want to plug something in there. All right, here it is. Finally finished. Paper towel holder, utility hooks, bottle opener. It's kind of low. I don't really like it that low, but I don't know if there's... Okay, I could put it over here. Down here. That's not that low, or even... Well, I won't be able to hang nothing there if I do it there, but I might put it over there. Got the nice super thick mat for the top. Super thick texture. Engraved name. Painted up there also. And then these ones in the drawers are a lot thinner, but it's nice. It's better than nothing. Keeps the tools from sliding around at least. And they all have one now. And these two long drawers also got... It's still the thin ones, but these have the names embossed on them. Tray over here. Ooh, right? Cord holders. Bumpers, front and back. These handles are strong too. So don't be afraid to use this. You can use these handles to lift this top piece. I don't know about trying to lift the whole thing. Obviously that's over like 600 pounds, so I don't think anybody's going to try to lift that. But that's it. Now I got to clear out that corner. Probably cut away some of that shelving too, because I'm not sure it's even going to fit in there. But that's going to be it. That's my new Milwaukee tool chest. And hopefully it'll free up some room in here. All those little red toolboxes. Excuse the mess right now. Doing a few projects at a time. All this wood is trash. It's got to go. I'm done building my shelves over there, really. But all the tools that were in there, all the tools that are in here and here and here, I think that's all going to go in this now. And then that'll clear up this whole area for me. I still need to go through this stuff. It's like old Chevy parts I probably won't use, and all my exhaust pieces I need to get organized. Maybe hang them up on a wall somewhere. I don't know. Still got a ways to go in this place. But that's going to do it for this episode. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you later.